Hello everyone, this is Basil the Ortho Biker, and today I'm here to talk about the Saddlemen Step Up seat. Now the first thing that most people change on their motorcycle is the motorcycle seat, and I'm no exception. The stock seat on the Iron 883 is garbage, and that seat was gone within the first week or two of getting the motorcycle. Then I followed up with a Mustang Solo Tripper, and I switched between that and the Mustang Solo Tripper and a Harley Davidson Sundowner seat. But recently, well, relatively recently, say almost 5 months ago, I ordered a Saddlemen Step Up seat from a company called Born Scum. Now, there are numerous companies you can order these seats from and get custom colors, custom stitching, custom design. Most of them come with one flavor of custom embroidery or another, usually with the logos of the company you order them from. But I have to say, if you're looking to get your Saddlemen seat quickly, I don't recommend Born Scum. 132 days is a bit excessive. I contacted most of the other resellers and they said 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks tops. So I can't explain why theirs took so long. Also, if you're looking for a company with helpful customer service or friendly social media team, maybe not go with Born Scum. But if you want a company that has a website tool that allows you to see the seat, what it looks like with your colorway choices, they're the only ones out there that have that online that I can find. So if you're looking for function over service, go with Born Scum. But if you want a company that has actually decent customer service, or you want your seat in a timely fashion, you might consider going with somebody else, so like Sporty Mob or Odin Manufacturing, or heck, even ordering it from Saddlemen directly. Yes, it may be a little bit more involved in getting the exact colors and stitchings and panels and style of seat that you want, but it's probably going to be cheaper, and it's probably not going to take twice as long like mine did. But let's take a look at the seat. It looks pretty awesome on the bike, and I'm going to go for a ride and talk about the seat. Alright everyone, so here is a disclaimer. This is the third time I've tried to record this segment of this video. First, I had an issue with the GoPro switching into time-lapse mode, unbeknownst to me. Second attempt, I just kind of turned to a blithering idiot and couldn't find the words I wanted to say. So, I just had lunch. Hopefully my mind's a little more settled, now that I'm not a raging hungry idiot. But complaints about the company of which I got the seat from aside, let's go ahead and talk about the seat. So I've had the seat for a few days, so I've had a chance to really get a feel for it, though I won't really get a feel for it until the seat's broken in. First, I want to comment on the positioning of the seat. So some people have said that they get raised up in the seat just a little bit compared to whatever the seat they had before, and I think that is the case with me. The bend in my knees is not as pronounced as it was before, and it doesn't feel like my knees are above my hips anymore. It kind of feels like I'm sitting in a chair, and with that small step up in the back, that's kind of exactly what it feels like. Some say that they got moved back in the seat. That much I can't tell. My lean to the handlebars doesn't seem to have changed very much, though it is possible. And the seat being narrower, I'm finding in a lot of other secondary riding, quality or conditions changing with the seat. Like for one, I find it easier to balance the bike at lower speeds, and this may be because I've got a much narrower contact patch of the bike. I've also found that braking is smoother, and I'm thinking that's for two things. One, if I am shifted back on the bike, my weight's a little bit further back, so there's less fork dive, but also my leg is like almost straight down from the hip, so my leg's not cocked out to one side and my bike's not thrown off balance when I'm trying to come to a stop. So I've noticed that all my braking is smoother and easier, and I like that. Now, transitioning from the positioning on the bike or on the seat, let's go ahead and talk about comfort. Now, a lot of people have said this seat is very firm right out of the box. And while it is firm, it's nowhere near as firm as some of the other seats I've sat on. I found it to be quite comfortable right out of the box, and quite frankly, I cannot wait until I get the seat broken in. I've probably only got a couple hundred miles on it so far. They say the break-in period is 500 miles, though it's been my experience with new seats that it's really after 1,000 miles that it truly starts to conform to the rider who's riding it. But right out of the box, I find it comfortable. I put a couple hours on the seat the day before yesterday, and I didn't really have any discomfort issues like hot spots, tailbone pain, and the like. I found that the tailbone pain seems to be less, and I don't know if that's because of the step up in the back or the lack of curvature in the seat kind of cupping my rear end as I sit in the motorcycle. It is such a beautiful day out, guys. Now, I'm pushed back against the step up right now, and there's probably about a fistful of space between me and the tank. So there's just enough room to, move forward just a little bit and back if necessary, as far as your comfort. Or if you're a bigger person, there's just a little bit more room to move forward if you have some more junk in the trunk, as it were. But I'm 5'7", 29-inch inseam. I am running a Sportster. I know that's going to be different on different motorcycles, but I'm speaking specifically to the Sportster, and I imagine it's not too different on the different years and models of Sportsters. Now, as mentioned before, the seat is a little bit narrower, so not quite like a bicycle seat. It's not nearly that narrower, but I get the lack of pressure from the edges of the seat like I did on the Mustang Solo Tripper and a couple other seats I've used or sat on. I don't get that line of pressure on the back of my legs or back of my thighs that I got in some of the other seats, and those are touring seats. Now, this is not a touring seat. Some people say that this is not made for touring, but I can honestly see myself touring on this seat if I chose to do so. There's a lot of good things about this seat. Now, if I had to pick one thing I didn't like about this seat, is the step up in the back. I wish it was taller. Currently, it seems to terminate just before the small of my back, so while it does offer a little bit of support in the back, it'd be nice if it was a little bit taller. My brakes are not working as well since I washed the bike. I'm wondering if I got some degreaser on it by accident. I'm gonna have to work on my brakes later. But all in all, I think the Saddlemen Step Up seat is an awesome choice for seats on a Sportster. Now let's review the seats I have used. The sock seat we all know sucks. It's like the tuck and roll seat or whatever it's called, I forget. I had the Mustang Solo Tripper, and that is a bad seat. I won't have anything negative to say about that other than maybe tailbone pain on long miles. Now, the Sundowner seat was supposed to be my touring seat, but as I said in one of my previous videos, I started having other comfort issues with other parts of the male anatomy, and I'll just leave it at that. A lot of people down there today. I can definitely tell the gel core padding is in the seat. I can feel it. And I imagine over time, once that gets broken in, that'll just get exponentially more comfortable. Ooh, it's hot out today. Yeah, guys, it is like 99 degrees out today. I'm not entirely sure. It is probably too hot to be riding, but I never let the temperature stop me. If I'm gonna ride in the winter, I'm certainly gonna ride in the summer. Get around this corner. Alright, where was I? So yeah, the Saddlemen seat's a great seat. Not only does it look awesome on the bike, it feels pretty nice. Now, I am fidgeting a little bit on the seat, and that's because it is a new seat. My bum's not quite used to it. It's not broken in yet, but I dealt with that same issue on the Mustang Solo Tripper, and even on the Sundowner seat. New seats always take some getting used to. But so far I'm very well pleased with the comfort of the seat. I'm exceedingly happy with the way this seat looks on the motorcycle. So if you're looking for a nice custom seat that looks awesome on the bike, that's comfortable to ride, whether it's just locally or even possibly long distances. You know, Joe, Great Egret, that's his YouTube channel, he rode the entirety of Route 66 on one of these seats. So if anything attests to the comfort of this seat, that certainly does. But I just wanted to give you a short review of the seat. I'm not really contributing anything new to this conversation. There's lots of other reviews by other more reputable people out there on YouTube. But I wanted to give you a review of this seat on a Sportster from one of the custom resellers of the Saddlemen seat, and as an option for what you can get for your Harley Davidson Sportster Iron 883. But if you like this video and you like to see other content like it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notifications of any videos that I put out in this future. I don't do just reviews, I do primarily moto vlogs, road trips and adventures, and I'll soon be starting a video series on riding the Ozark as I share the beauty of the Ozark Mountains and how this is really such a motorcycle paradise, and more motorcycle riders should come here and experience it. In traffic. Whee. What was that? Well, that was some piston slap. I have no idea what the hell that was. Anyways, guys, you keep the T-wheels on the ground, shiny side up, and I'll see you in the next one. Hello, officer. I am just a law-abiding citizen. I am John Smith, Citizen 452. I have 2.3 children, and I'm doing the speed limit. Going, words.